everyone. Welcome back. Our last guest is making waves in the music scene. She's opened for pop icons such as Taylor Dane, girl group Expose, and much more. But her raw emotion and explosive instrumentation can be seen on Amazon Prime television show Who Will Rock You, and on Team Adam Levine's NBC's The Voice. And now she has two singles hitting the iTunes Top 100 Rocks charts, and she's here to join us once again. We welcome back to Open singer-songwriter Amanda Ayala, who has come such a long way. Woo, Amanda!
Thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction.
Well, I mean, it is so well-deserved and well-earned. I mean, the last time we had you on Open, you were I guess rediscovering yourself, right? Because
yes, absolutely.
You had just done The Voice and you were kind of like in this in-between stage of what do I do next?
Exactly. Yeah. When I first came on, it was when I was promoting the first very like pop single that I released that Lost You. So that was like really at the very beginning of, this newfound pop career, which is really fun to see it kind of come back around full circle.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, you see me smiling from ear to ear because nothing brings me more joy than to have guests on when they're beginning on this quest, and then to have them come back having accomplished all of this. Like, wow.
Yeah, no, it's truly been an incredible ride, and it is fun. And especially like last night, I was going back and I watched our previous interview that we did just a couple of years ago now. So it's a fun journey to get to see and pan out.
Yeah, well, you're a lot more grown now.
That's very true.
Well, and then also, I think you were like you came on pre-COVID, obviously, but like right at a cusp, I think, of before COVID hitting, right?
I believe it was 2019 that I came on, and then obviously that winter kind of came back, and then that's when everything happened.
Yeah. And you performed for us in studio. Thank you for that. And I know you're going to be performing for us again today, but here we are post-pandemic. And obviously we do everything hybrid and virtual. So and I'm looking forward to sharing what you're presenting to our viewers. But I want to talk a little bit about your journey and how you got to this place of creating this music video Rags to Riches, because you've been touring, you've been opening up for certain acts. I mean, you were even with Taylor Dane. I mean, yeah. He even brought you out to sing with her, which she's an icon, she's from my era. I'm dating myself.
Truly. No, she truly is though too. Even to this day, she'll still pack a place out. And
so her style though, right? It almost has its own classic sound. And I'm just feeling you. I'm feeling like I was going through all your music and I'm like, yeah, you got your own thing going on, Amanda.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad that was able to resonate with you as a listener.
Well, yeah, I'm a little biased too, because when I like seeing, my people grow,
Yeah. I appreciate that too.
Yeah, because, we had that whole conversation about The Voice and how, you were on this high and then after that and not making it through, the end, they just put you on a plane, they send you back. And then it's kind of like, oh my gosh, where do I go from here? And then you started rediscovering yourself, creating this new tune and not really knowing where it was going to lead.
It's true. And honestly, from that moment, like it's kind of at that point, I felt like I was kind of at this like bottom place, but it's just been a steady incline and it's been a really, really fun journey. And especially with this brand new single, Rags to Riches, the response for that single has been truly incredible. And it's just been a really like rewarding feeling to all the hard work that I've been putting in. So it's a very, very good feeling.
So, which resonates with you the most, right? Singer, songwriter, or pop artist?
I would say a singer-songwriter. Pop is just the genre of the material that I've kind of been connecting with musically the most. But I think the number one takeaway I hope that people listen to is like really the story of the songs that I write. Just like from start to finish, I'm basically sharing personal, feelings and experiences in my diary. And I'm just kind of saying, here's how I've been feeling for the past couple months to the world. So there's a vulnerability to it. So I would definitely have to go with the singer-songwriter aspect.
Right. And so, like when you sing with groups like Expose, and Taylor Dane, like they borderline like freestyle music.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
And so I just wonder, has that influenced the way you're designing now?
It has, because, growing up, when I was doing music as in high school, I was in 80s cover bands. So anything from the 80s, I always just was so fascinated by. I loved covering it. I loved being able to sing, and especially this to get nerdy, the synthesizers, an 80s synthesizer is one of my favorite sounds to this day. And I'll try and incorporate those sounds and make them into modern day music in my songs. So honestly, getting to play with Taylor Dane and Expose and hearing their songs live too, just really, I was able to craft back into the studio and kind of figure out how to hone in sounds that I loved from their material and kind of work its way into mine and just get truly inspired by them.
And so how did you end up in the top 100 rock charts then?
So I know there's a lot. I had good success with both genres. And, I still hold true to my rock roots. I still love, anything that has a really good, a guitar riff or anything. But with the rock, it's kind of what I grew up on doing in high school. And right as I was getting out of high school, that's when I got on The Voice. And that was just the avenue at the time that I didn't just only explore. So that's when, I did Mississippi Queen on the show. I did Edge of 17, a lot of classic rock songs. So I felt like for that year or two, I felt like I really had to stick to that one genre. But then the more I learned myself and, I just learned about the industry, music as an artist can be genreless and you can tap into pretty much anything. So that's why you'll hear things from pop to rock to folk, maybe, who knows in the future. So always trying to evolve and try and incorporate different sounds.
Yeah, and then there's this whole indie world, right?
Yeah.
Because you have a number one single on the indie charts, and so thank God for that market, right?
It's true. It's so true, and I'm super grateful for that aspect as well.
And so, well, what does that mean to you, though?
So to get number one on the indie charts, it's a huge accomplishment for me because again, I've been doing this for so long, it feels like, and to be able to see that number one on a song that I made independently and, was backed fully independent, no label or anything, it just goes to show that's why indie is such a new and growing market, that you can do it yourself. So honestly, when I saw that number go to number one and I got the email from one of my team members, I was jumping with joy. It was just such an incredible day that I found that news out. So I'm just super grateful for anybody that's supported it and people that support independent artists because of them, we still get to continue to do what we love to do, just not tied down to a label.
Well, before we go, do you want to say anything special about Rags to Riches before I throw to it?
I would honestly just love to say, thank you to everybody who's been listening to the song, streaming it, watching the music video, and a big thank you to the streaming platform services like Spotify, Pandora. They've showed so much love, and a big shout out to Billboard Magazine for being able to feature the song as one of their fresh new songs to listen to of the week. So I'm just so grateful for the love, for the opportunity, and anybody that supports the song and my career. So a big thank you to everybody.
Awesome. That's wonderful. It's really, you just sprinkled a whole bunch of hope into anybody who's interested in really living their life off of their craft. It's possible. Look at that.
It's true. And I know it's one of those cliche quotes, but they said, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's exactly how I feel. I love what I do. And I love that I get to do what I love.
Awesome. Woo. And we're going to share it with you guys. So don't go anywhere because when we return, Amanda is going to perform Rags to Riches when we return.